My name's Jesse Thomas. This is my English assessment. Let's get on. Um, we're incredible. You know, us as a species, we're incredible. We've been to the moon, been back, been to the bottom of our sea. We explored around 25% of it though. It's a big ocean. We've built skyscrapers. We're incredible as a species, alright? The closest thing to us is a chimpanzee called the bonobo chimpanzee. And all they can do is use a stick to flush out bugs and eat it. That's all they can do. That's all they can do. Um, but we kind of grew blind to our planet. As a whole, the world produces 350 million tons of plastic each year. Plastic waste. Um, and nearly one quarter, which is 85 million tons of plastic waste, is mismanaged or littered. And even if it is managed and not littered, it ends up in landfill sites like this. If it's not incinerated. Um, but the Empire State Building, for example, the Empire State Building weighs 360,000 tons. It would take us to build 277 more Empire State Buildings to get the exact same amount of, not the exact same obviously, but the same amount of weight that we litter and mismanage. In 1 year, by the way, that's 1 year. We'd have to build 277 Empire State Buildings in 1 year to catch up to that number. We're really hurting our animals as well, on land in the ocean. Approximately 30,000 species per year have been driven to extinction, and about 3 per hour. 3 per hour are being driven to extinction. And that's due to habitat destruction. You know, we destroy, 5,700 acres per day, and about 240 per hour we destroy. And that's just due to the government mismanagement and unsustainable agricultural practices. And that's in Africa and, Africa and Amazonian tropical rainforest areas of South America. A website called Team Trees is actually helping this. For every $1, I'm sure you heard of it, for every $1 they plant one tree. And so far they've raised $24 million. So they've planted 24 million trees, which is insane. That's around 50,000 acres of land they planted. But it's still not enough. I'm sure there's other people in the world who do plant trees. You can go out and buy a box of trees, like seedlings, and then go plant them in a field. Obviously, you need to check if you're allowed to in that field first. That's one way we could help. The 2020 Australian bushfires went down in history as one of the worst Australian bushfires ever recorded. It destroyed 45 million acres of land. It destroyed houses. It killed people, and it killed 3 billion animals. 3 billion animals were killed in that bushfire. And approximately 60,000 of those were koalas. Koalas. Koalas are already having a hard time. They're gonna be, the science says they're gonna be driven to extinction soon or later. They're having a hard time. But they suspected on geoscience.gov that it was an arson incident, accidentally on purpose. They don't know. But half of all bushfires are ignited by lightning. But the area had not been affected by a storm or lightning, so they obviously came to the collision with a person. California also had one, not as bad as Australia. There was 4.5 million acres of land. That's still a lot of land though. It's a lot of land burnt to the ground. And that they definitely know that was caused by arson. It was some birthday or gender reveal party or something. But it's undergoing investigation still. The government does a thing called backburning. And what they do, it's like trimming your grass and weeds. It's kind of like that, but they light a fire in the bush, and then they kind of control. They can control it and just burn back the bush, so it doesn't really rampage the land when there is a bushfire. But that does help. But when governments slack on that, we have bushfires that destroy 45 million acres of land. So we can't really slack on that. Even like litter is causing fires. A glass bottle, a glass shard, if it like concentrates the heat of the sun onto a dry patch of land, or dry patch of leaves, it will start a forest fire. Even our litter. We are hurting our planet and our wildlife, even ourselves, so much. And we're running up a cliff that we can't come back on. And if we're not careful, we're gonna be like every other planet in our galaxy. Dead, empty, a void of sand and dust. And I don't want that. And I'm sure you don't want that. And I like to keep it this way. I quite like this. Thank you.